Hello, and welcome to a new game, Cult of the Lamb, recommended by, I'm gonna call them gangsters, because that's what I remember from the Undertale Yellow videos. Obviously, I'll show the comments here, but anyhow, new game. And on Thanksgiving, so to everyone, happy Thanksgiving. Immediately, I'm just gonna jump into this here. And I am actually using a controller that I happen to have right next to me. Now, if I'm being completely honest, even if I had been recording this at the same time, I wouldn't be talking through it anyhow, because as you guys can probably tell, I'm not good at making on-the-spot commentary. It's a lot of ums, and a whole bunch of blank space, so while I'm wandering around looking for interesting things, seeing what I can interact with. Hello! Also, I am very much entertained by the fact these guards make a little noise and I get pushed back. So obviously I use that to try and see if I can get pushed between them, which is not how it works. And then they stand behind you in order to get you pushed. I walk through the skulls to try and get something to happen. Overall, just looking at every corner, because if you guys don't know, Cult of the Lamb is a roguelite, and I don't know what items or random floorscaping will have something I need. So obviously, I'm going to check every inch of this place before I go to that ominous circle in the middle. Okay, so far nothing. Cultists, of course. Let's kneel to be sacrificed. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't remember what they said, and the way the voiceover here works, the text is too small for me to actually read it. So, let's just go to the one who waits. Also, just so you know, the only way I know anything about this game is because I have seen a couple of videos on it. Now, I don't actually know much about the story at all. And I'm even less certain about what I'm actually supposed to do to progress the story, so whenever there's a dull point, I'll insert a cut. AKA, I get stuck and have to grind some gear or food for Faith. But yeah, I actually end up using the tutorials in this game because I have never played it, and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyhow, I would be commentating on what the one who waits is saying, but I can not read it at the moment. But nice animation. That's a plus. And roll credits. Nah, I'm just gonna murder. Because immediately I figure out the attack and roll buttons. Because I am very familiar with pushing buttons on an Xbox controller, which is the remote I opted to use. Okay, we're getting slightly off topic here, but I'm curious what you equally. I got to eat some delicious smoked and fried turkey, as well as baked mac and cheese, sweet potato casserole. What else? I want to say ambrosia salad. That's all that's in my memory at the moment. Anyhow, this is a fairly straight line, and I cannot make any mistakes on navigation, so... Oh, right, tutorials. I forgot I was doing those. Okay, so basically, get to the end alive. I don't want to destroy that guy's house. At least that's what I think that is. Oh, is this an ambush? Also, this is seemingly a dungeon you cannot die in. Or at least any damage you take will not affect your overall score. Okay. The reason I'm checking this out is because I don't actually know what he's got on to begin with, so 1.1 power weapon as well as a fleece that basically you start out with purely because you start out with it. Cutting grass because I don't know if it gives materials. Little hint, it doesn't give materials in this specific dungeon, and then I learned that not all torches means there's a path to follow. Obviously, while this map doesn't have a mini-map, or while this dungeon doesn't have a mini-map for each of its stages, I already forgot what I called it. Oh yeah, I called it a dungeon. It's separated into stages, which each has multiple different rooms in it. This dungeon has 4 stages with a predetermined amount of rooms, I believe. And the grass and the animals do not drop any food items at this point because you're not expected to be finding them. But I still think I'm gonna get something because, well, obviously my mindset is search everything, so if there is something you do get it. No reason to leave a level if you haven't finished it. So, anyhow, if you haven't seen my latest post, it's basically going over how I got a couple videos in the making that just need voiceovers. This was one of them. The other is the Kirby Robobot 100% video, which is a video I intend on being the second to last long Kirby video, because it requires a lot of true arena grinding, because you need some good luck in order to get all the stickers in the game, and you get the most stickers the fastest from the arenas. I believe it's like 13 to 15 for the true and like 8 to 10 for the regular arena, and I can clear the regular arena much more consistently faster, so I go with it. But yeah, that video is purely waiting on a voiceover just like this. Well, obviously not just like this, because Kirby Planet Robobot is not a new game, it's just waiting for me to commentate over what I actually end up doing. Anyhow, this is the end of the tutorial dungeon, where you learn you can escape to an area where you can grow your encampment. I'm calling it an encampment because it's basically a camp inside. Obviously, it's a more permanent shelter, but right now, I can really only refer to it as camping. Now, as far as I'm aware, Cult of the Lamb is not an idle game. Also, I'm gonna go with extra hard just to see what it is. Because obviously, if I can do it, it would be amazing. Okay, so that's all set up, but first, time to deal with the camp tutorial. I gotta accept that one follower I found. And also, I'm not gonna worry about naming the followers, because if I'm being honest, I do not have that much creativity. Like, literally my only plan was to call this guy the first victim, which has some ominous signs, which obviously I can't reveal just yet to them. They can't know I'm planning to murder them. Well, obviously they're gonna have to die at some point. I don't know what your reaction to that was just now, but I can assume it was some form of gall. I think that's the correct word. If not, oh well. Anyhow, the first follower, I believe, has mainly the same sets for, sorry. I just ate a whole lot. Turkey's starting to come into effect. Yes, pull me into another conversation as I watch my first follower work themselves. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna come over to the workbench, see what I need, chop down some wood, and then simply move over, collect some more wood, collect some stone. Then I notice a giant building. Obviously I still need food, but anyhow, it takes me like 2.5 minutes to mine this, so let's go through that real quick. And then here it falls. Okay, like that. Oh. Well, that wasn't exactly what I had planned. But anyhow, time to cook. Sorry, I'm actually reading the tutorials. I know. I can't believe I need to learn how a game works. So basically, I immediately cook this one star dish. I end up getting pulled to the center. He eats it, immediately
sabar с тобою.
Yeah, immediately does that. Which obviously I want to go clean as soon as possible, because even I know having that lie around does not help anyone or anything, so cleaning as soon as possible, which of course I get an immediate tutorial on, because obviously I gotta be interrupted as I'm doing the thing I need to do in order to keep hygiene up. Now, luckily, because I fed the follower, they won't die of hunger anytime soon-ish, I hope. But I believe this is simple. Don't mind me, I'm just watching the animations on this guy. He looks so angry. Which honestly makes sense. He was supposed to be a ritual sacrifice. And then I notice I collect resources from that chest. Time to enter dungeon. Oh, and don't worry, it's only after I enter the door I remember that I'm in extra hard mode. So yeah, at this moment I'm questioning why I only have 1 heart, forgetting I'm in extra hard mode. AKA it means enemies will have more health and be faster overall. But they still only deal half a heart of damage. Now, when you only have 1 whole heart, that is a lot more damage. And it shows, basically, immediately how much skill I am lacking. Now, I like the sword because it's nice and fast. But then I interact with this gravestone, thinking it's important. It's not. But yeah, I don't even make it out of the first turn. Yeah, I wasn't even close. But luckily I get the first death dialogue super early on. And I immediately switch back into medium mode because no, I'm not going to deal with that. Maybe after I've built up some skill I'll deal with that, but as of this moment, I will not be dealing with that. Now, luckily, it's very easy to navigate to settings and turn that down. If it wasn't, I'd be in trouble. But then I immediately go and show that medium difficulty is, you know, way easier than the extra hard mode. I have 3 hearts. Now, I don't know if the weapon is just by chance, but it was very good for me. I'm also fairly certain the time between enemy attacks is also longer. And obviously they have less health. So I can just about one-shot these smaller enemies. And then obviously because I'm looking for resources, I break everything in the room. And I do actually get some grass and meat. So I'm no longer cutting grass for no reason. Now obviously it's still a tad bit tedious and I may avoid it in the future, but no promises. Yeah, you can see why I like the axe. The knockback is great and I can deal a lot of damage at the same time. Even though it's like half the speed of the sword, it still attacks at a decent rate. It's also a 2-swing combo. And you don't need to wait long in order to only use the first swing of that combo. Anyhow, it's time to move on to the next room after I immediately get lost because I cannot navigate for the life of me. I'll get better, I swear. I do get hit, so I will not get any no damage bonuses. Now, here comes Leshy. Which I feel like I have heard that name before. Okay, well, anyhow, I'll go to the right here, see what's over there. Just some enemies. Time for immediate murder. Now, let's continue down the left. Because I personally do not know anything about this game nor how its map layouts work. What I do know is that's the end of the level. And that the card I got here is actually very good. Also, I did kind of buy all the DLC as well, so that's why that card shows up instead of something else, I believe. Now, obviously, base game cards will still appear, but I think I got lucky and pulled a DLC card out first. Also, I don't actually know what's DLC and what's not because I didn't start out with base game. This is my first playthrough. Never played it before. Haven't ever touched it, really. The most I know is that, some things happen. AKA, Lamb dies and comes back as a cult leader. Which I believe is ironic, because, of course, everyone has heard of a sacrificial lamb being used as a sacrifice to a cult. So, obviously, that sacrificial lamb starting a cult. Well, it's kind of funny. Okay, so I'm just checking the cards out right now. I just saw the one I got. Obviously, I need to know what cards to do before I pick them up, so it's a good thing that they show me whenever I draw a new card. And I'm trying not to hit the guy here because I like cards and I don't think I could take it. So immediately on to the next room of the dungeon. Follower or food? I'm gonna go food. Because obviously I need food more than I need a follower right now since I technically don't have any food. Okay. Oh wait, I guess I could be picking the berry bushes. That would probably be more useful. Yep. Immediately got seeds. And seeds mean self-sustaining food source. No. It means I'm one step closer to not having to do any food grinding for the camp. Obviously, I'll probably still have to cook. Because even I know the followers are essentially useless. Also, this is a boss floor, from what I can tell. Or at least a more difficult floor, supposedly. Breaking everything to get resources. Okay. Okay, watch around. Luckily I can one-shot all these guys with my axe here. Grass. You see, at this point I had forgotten I had already taken a hit during this dungeon. At least I think. No, during this dungeon I did not get hit yet. I decided to take the extra weapon damage, because obviously 1.2 times damage is very good. Maybe not at the point I am, but an extra 0.2 damage isn't exactly gonna hurt. Well, I guess it would be a 0.4 because the weapon I have deals like 2 damage for half the attack speed. Time for a mini boss. Amdusius. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, well, that's unfortunate. Achievement! Because that little cut in the early part of the video was me turning on third-party overlay for this. Obviously, I'm going to choose the blueprint, which I was hoping would give me something useful. I didn't expect it to give me a decoration. I'm losing track very quickly of what I am talking about. Anyhow, at least I figure out that I need to clear this 4 times before, and from here on out I just deal with camp stuff. AKA more tutorials. So I'll go ahead and discuss normal video stuff. AKA, if you're enjoying this video and want to, you can give it a like. It'll help it in the algorithm and, well, proves you like it. And if you enjoyed this video, or any other types of videos I've got on my channel, it might be worth subscribing, as I will likely be posting more of that content somewhere down the line. Unless it's a game I've already finished, in which case it's going to be a little while before I go back to them. But no matter what, I hope everyone has a good day. Now obviously this isn't the end of the video, but I understand if you leave at this point, because I will just be in the camp. There is no more dungeon hunting. But I'm gonna make some food real quick. 2 stars seems better than 1, so let's just make as many of those as I can. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. Okay, I placed that down. I don't know if they're gonna eat willingly, or is there anything I have to do to get them to eat? Will they eat on their own? I probably should have looked farther into whether or not they were actually hungry before making those, but I just thought they'd be hungry. While this guy does have extra negatives, I understand that this is supposed to be another tutorial guy. So I just accept him to get the tutorial done. Fun tutorial stuff here. And he's just gonna take a knee and pray. Well, take both knees and pray. And then see if there's anything else I can currently build. I look at that decoration. Run around, trying to figure out what I can do. Decide I'm gonna make that arch. Find out for some reason I can't. I forgot that I needed the shrine, which... No, only now do I figure out I can force them to take care of themselves, such as eating, sleeping. I then have all my followers eat a meal just so I don't have to worry about them being hungry, or the food going bad. It takes me a minute to find the third one, Amdusius, because they were hiding all the way in the corner. And then find out I can collect something. And now I can create the temple. Which unlocks sleeping bags and a farm plot. Obviously, both things I want, but I can't make either of them at the moment. Because I don't have the points. But I can make the temple, so I'm gonna make that. Oh, wait, hold on, I need to collect. There we go. Now I can create. And I'm gonna set this opposite to cooking. I want it to look nice. Right there. And only now have I figured out that followers will come and help cook except for the ones praying. Obviously, if I wanted them to, I could set them all to pray in order to build up divine inspiration faster so I could create more things. But I'd much rather having the two on wood and rocks, so when I come back I can immediately collect those resources. Now, I'm not exactly certain how the divine inspiration works. But I at the very least know I can go up here and do a thing. In this case, a sermon. Because it's the only thing I had. Overall, not that bad, but I easily make whatever that thing was. What I do know is it increases my power. Meaning I want it. And I want more of it. But for now, I'll just accept extra half heart permanently. Which will be a much bigger help in extra hard than I'd expect, but I don't switch back into it, and I don't plan to anytime soon. For now, that permanent HP will just be normal. Okay. Now I'm just gonna collect some more resources and see about collecting some more points. Oh yes, now I remember why I was chatting with him. I was trying to figure out why the circle above his head had gone red, because I thought it was a bad thing and thought he needed something. No, apparently that's just what it means when he's about to give a point. Enthusiast is busy finding a rock. And now time to investigate some of the main menu, see what I can find. But that's not of any importance to you guys, so I'll see you in the next video.